Yay Media Group. Hey guys, it's Stephanie.
I'm Trey.
This is your weekly dose of BS. I had my 18th, I can't even talk. I've had such a long weekend. I had my 18th wedding anniversary this weekend.
I love that dress that you wore on TikTok. Who makes that?
I don't know, but I bought it just for our anniversary. I was online and I saw the model, on the website that I bought it from wearing the dress. I think I bought it from maybe Forward or something. And I said, ooh, I'm going to wear that. That's a hot little dress.
It was a great dress. I love your outfit of the day videos on TikTok because you're like, this is my outfit of the day. This dress was made by someone. And these shoes are, and I'm like screaming at them. I'm like, they're Amina Mawadi. I mean, like, you said in the last video, I know who they are now. And you're always like shocked. We're like,
I'm like,
who is this?
I forget. This is.
It's like a full Louis Vuitton printed bag. And you're like, this is by.
Oh, yeah. I did realize something from my husband, though. And that is, if I wear the jewelry my real diamonds that he gives me, like he's bought me in the past, he very much is like, I want to buy you more jewelry. Like the fact that I love
that's an important realization.
That Christmas ring so much, and I organically do love it so much, and I intend to wear it a lot, also because it's just my favorite ring. But he's like, he notices things. I'm like, this is very,
that one's hard to miss.
Yeah. He was like, wait, he's like, he bought me these diamond earrings years ago. And I did not wear them that often because usually I just wear like costume jewelry whenever we go out, to eat. But we've been doing like our weekly date nights. Like we have not missed in like a year. Like that is like, even whenever he had his eyes done, I was like, we're going on date night the day before. Like we are not
Me and my blind
missing.
man.
Yes. Yeah. Before those eyes get done, we are going on a date night. By the way, Dr. Verchek, 10 out of 10. He did a great job on Travis's eyes. Because I think sometimes men's upper and lower bleph can look like crazy. For example, Bradley Cooper, they did not do a good job on his eyes. He looks different. Like you should not look different. You should look rested.
You know who else I think got something done? Who? I saw a photo of them yesterday. Adam Levine.
Maybe.
I don't know if it was a facelift or something. Something looks different and it doesn't look quite right.
Yeah, like when somebody looks like Mandy Moore is beautiful, but she organically has a little extra skin on her eyelids. Like she organically, but they took too much off, and it makes your eye shape different. Yeah, and then you
can pull it too tight.
And then you just look different. You don't look bad. I think she's beautiful, but you don't look like yourself.
Yeah.
And then I don't like that. Like, I just feel like, I'm a very weird person. Like, even when I go and get my Botox and stuff, like, I really do not love filler because I just think the Lord made me this way for a reason. And, I'm just going to stay the way that he made me. I don't need a bunch of crap blown up on my face because I just want to look like myself, but a little bit youthful. But yeah, so I just don't like when people do that. I don't like when people change the way they look because I'm like, God made you that way for a reason. Unless you want to get a nose job and really going for the change, don't do it.
I mean, but also like, it's your face. Do what you want to it.
I don't think they go in wanting that much of a bleph. I think the doctor kind of overdoes it because nobody goes in and says, I want my eyes to look like a totally different person.
Right.
But your eyes are like, if you change them too much, it makes you look like a different person, even though it's such a subtle thing. Your eyelids matter, people.
You know what? Stephanie and I have a friend, and she got an amazing facelift.
Yes, you
and
can't
I was
even,
like, how much was it? Because I'm that person. I'm going to ask you. And she said it was like $100,000. I was like, whoa. Yeah. I was like, that's a lot. And she was like, yeah, but I also have one face. And I was like, you know what? That's a good point.
I didn't even know she got a facelift. I literally was asking her about, because at the time, I've had my upper bleph for 3 years. And at the time, I was looking to get my eyelids done, and I was terrified to pick the wrong doctor. And so I was like, hey, I did not know she had a facelift. And I said, hey, do you know like a good doctor for this? Because I don't know who to use. I was doing some research, and I was like, I just do not want to, this is like, that's something I can't hide.
Again, you got one face.
Cannot hide your eyes. And then she said, yeah, I have an appointment with this doctor. And then she told me that she got a facelift. And at the time, she was 44. So, and I was
Which
like,
seems to be like kind of like late 40s, early 50s. Seems like a great time for a facelift.
Yeah, like I'm going to be 46. I still want to wait a few years.
You're going to be 46?
Yeah, in June.
Wow.
I know. I look not a
You
day
look
over 30.
34 on your worst day.
Thanks, Trey. This is my worst day. I've done nothing this morning. I even threw my makeup bag in my car, and then I got here and I was like, damn it, my foundation's in my other bag, my travel bag. It's been a long weekend, which we will go into at some point during this podcast. But yeah, so, I could not even, I was like, let me see. I'm also I said, how old? And she said 44. And I said, oh my Lord
We're
Jesus.
the friends that want details.
Yeah.
Not the details you want to give us. We want the details that we want to know.
Yeah. And then I said, I was a few cocktails in and I was feeling mighty sure to ask things I probably should
Did you crawl
not.
up behind your ear to find the incision?
No, I said, let me see your incisions. Like, let me see. Can I please see your incisions? So she when I say I could not see an incision, her doctor was that good. And I know her doctor is. And I don't know. That'll be my next thing one day I don't know. Right now, I just feel like I don't need my lower eyelids done. Just be happy with yourself, Stephanie. But
why do you think you need your lower eyelids done?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I look tired. Like if I don't get a lot of sleep, I feel like
Well, sometimes you're just tired.
I know, but sometimes I'm like, I don't know. It's hard getting older as a woman. It really is.
Yeah.
Like it's so hard because I feel like it's just different.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we did have our anniversary this weekend.
And how was it? Was it romantic? Was it amazing?
So I have to brag on my husband, and I give credit where credit's due. So I was like, I always am very special as a wife. I was like, oh my gosh, 18 is such a big year. And he was like, really? I thought it was 20. I said, no, 18 is equally big.
Huge. 18 is
it's a huge year.
Massive.
Huge year. And then, so I was like, let's go like out of like do a weekend out of town, right? That was my thing. I was like, let's go to like Turks and Caicos and then there's no easy way to get there. So I was like, never mind. We got to go longer than a weekend. So I said, let's go like Santa Barbara, or there's this like hotel in California that's very, very expensive, but that I have kind of wanted to stay at ever since I've seen it because it looks just so romantic. And it's actually top 10 most romantic hotels in the US. So I was right. I did. Yeah. So anyway, and then Travis was like, oh my gosh, Stephanie, we're just traveling so much. We have to move out of our house soon. Like, he was like, what if we do a staycation? I said, perfect. You set it up. And because I set up every date night. I really do. Like he works and I actually kind of enjoy it, even though I'm surprised myself. I told our therapist, like who knew I would enjoy planning. But I actually kind of enjoy it because I'll go places I want to eat and then try new places out. And I love Travis, but he's busy. He would just have his assistant do Nick and Sam's every weekend because he has it in there. So he set up a hotel at the mansion. And I was thinking he would just get us a room. And then we walk in and it's a big suite. And I said, oh my God, you are wanting some
because
ass
18
tonight.
is a big deal.
Yeah, 18 is such a big deal, right? So we walk in and it's this beautiful suite. And then, first of all, our 16-year-old drove us there. He was our Uber driver, and he was not fighting me at all. Mind you,
it's 2 minutes down the road.
It is, but it's still like really sweet, right? Like I'm like, aw, and I love my kids, so I get out. I'm sure the valet driver's like, I don't care, ma'am. And I said, look how cute my Uber driver is. And then I tell everybody in the valet that that's my son, and I'm sure Chance wants to die.
Last time that happens.
So then we get there and check in, and it's like the beautiful room, and there are these big ass flowers on the table. And I just thought that the hotel, every room had flowers. I was like, oh my gosh, look at these beautiful flowers the hotel put there. And that Travis said, no, actually, I went with Ron to buy a couch earlier today because Ron wanted a new couch for his house. And he said, and I stopped by Dr. Delphini or whatever, that guy, the flower shop. And okay, let's take a break real quick, and then we'll be right back. So then Travis had dropped them off beforehand when he was out with Ron. So they put him in the room.
So thoughtful.
And then he dropped off like 3 bottles of wine, which was very nice, even though I'm like, how much do you think I can drink? And then, so anyway, so we like get there, hang out, getting ready. I bring 2 dresses, the one that I want to wear that I ended up wearing, and another one that I was like, that was a little bit less hoey. And then I went full hoe dress. And then So we're sitting at the bar because he's like, let's go to the bar before we just eat dinner there. And we have like a reservation at their bar, which if you've not been to their bar, it's the best people watching in town. I've always felt that way. Like
it really is.
You will see some
hoes.
You really will. And you will see people.
But some high-end hoes.
Yeah. Like, I know they're not high-end hoes. They're looking for a high-end man. That's what they're doing. Or like looking for a high-end woman. Like you will see some people that go to the mansion for one thing. And that is they're little hoes. But
the little gold diggers.
And the people that you see there, the couples, just don't make sense, right? Like they'll be like the ugliest man you've ever seen in your life with the most beautiful woman. And I'm like, that man probably has some money. This is not love. This is, like he's buying her a purse or something because there's zero chance. I don't know. I'm like, girls, let's do better. So anyways, we're at the bar hanging out. We meet this really nice couple. She was actually this guy's realtor at one point, and now they're together. And I said, well, isn't that nice? But he's retired. I was like, go you. I'm telling you, you meet the most fascinating people, right? But she was lovely. Actually, they were a good couple. They did go together really well. And he was really nice. And I was telling her about our children, Travis and I's kids. I was like, oh yes, I have 2 kids, and bragging about my boys. Then I look up and my 2 boys are walking in the bar.
Oh.
All dressed up, right?
Oh.
And I'm like, now most people would hate this, but I am not most people. I love my kids. And Travis had them get all dressed up and come surprise me for dinner.
That is the most impressive part of the story.
I know, right?
Wow.
Yeah. So they come sit down and I'm like, a few glasses in, I'm like, my children. It's like the valet, but 5 hours later and 2 glasses of wine later.
Wow. I am so impressed with this.
Right? Like it's the most, he put so much effort in. I loved it. So then we go to dinner there and the kids both, my youngest is very fancy. He had A5 Wagyu for the first time on our trip 2 years ago. And now and it's the most expensive thing in the world. And now that's all he wants to order when we go out.
Cruz is the least fancy kid with the fanciest palate.
Like he's very fancy. Mm-hmm. So he was like, I wonder if they have A5 Wagyu. And then lo and behold, they did. Well,
$50 an ounce.
Yeah, it was, I think it was like $250 for the steak there. And then Chance. You
know what? Good for Cruz. Cruz is like, if I had to put on this uncomfortable shirt, I'm going to make you pay for it.
Travis said, treat yourself. Daddy's been working hard. So I said, you know what?
Tell him twice.
I said, and Cruz is so funny. He said he looked and they had caviar, that real expensive, $300 for caviar. And he said, you know what? I've always wanted to try caviar. And Travis said, let's not push it. You get the Wagyu, but we're not he was like, no, I don't know if you would like caviar enough this is not the place I want to buy caviar. So, and then Chance, who's never had Wagyu in his life, right? And Chance is more of a meat potatoes type boy. He was like, oh, I want to, didn't want to have FOMO with his brother. So he also wanted to order the A5 Wagyu. And he did not like it, by the way. He said it was too fatty. And I was like, I could have told him. I think Chance would like it if it was on the rocks where you can cook it yourself, But I knew it was not going to be his jam. And then Travis and I ordered the filet. We were the cheap ones. I was like, you know what? I'm good. The filet's fine. So we ate. The kids were great. We had this really fun conversations. I felt a little uncomfortable dressed as such a little hoe in front of them, but it was
a great dress.
It was a great dress, and it covered everything. It was a great dress. And I felt like, at my age, I only have a few more years left to do this.
Stephanie's hoeiest dress is some people's most conservative outfit.
I know, but I really do. I really try to be a lady. I really do. I'm not trying to be too much of a hoe. But for me, it was a hoey, right? I was like, I am going to, there's gonna be a little.
For you, it was top of the hoe scale.
Yeah, it was. I was like, oh, this is me. Really.
For some people, it's a church dress.
If you go to church with that dress, then you need to talk to Jesus. Yes. So then the kids ate with us, and then they afterwards left. They were dying to get home because Chance had a party to go to that night, and then. So they left us, and then we went and had our reservation at the bar. And when I say at one point I looked over, there was a huge line of people to get into that bar, and they were only one in, one out. And I was like, these old people are not leaving anytime soon. And yeah, it was really good. It was fun. I had 2 espresso martinis, And we had a fun night. That's all I'm going to say. It was great. It was great.
So where did this all go south?
Okay, so this is you're not going to believe this. The perfect night, right? Travis and I wake up the next day. Chance is supposed to be our Uber driver, and Travis is like, you know what? Like we have to check out at 11. So your mom and I are going to have some romantic time and hang out. And you can just come. We'll call you before about 11 o'clock checkout. So just plan on 11, right? Chance was like, perfect. So, and I'm definitely nursing a hangover because I don't drink that much, but I decided to partake for our anniversary. So we, 20 minutes before 11, Travis calls Chance and he's like, oh, he just tried to call me. And Chance answers the phone and he's with Ron and he's in the car and he's panicked. And I guess Travis told him this morning, make sure you let the dogs out. Like, we'll be home soon. Well, either our yard or our pool man did not we have like this special latch right now because we're redoing our house on the side. And you have to latch it because our dogs, if they get out, they will go and talk to everybody in the neighborhood. Like, they are not those dogs that'll just sit there. Like, they like to explore.
These dogs live the best life you could possibly imagine, and all they want to do is leave it. We have like 2 homes under construction, and they will literally, if they get out, they will like run from one construction site to the other, having all the men pet them. Like, I know exactly where they are at any point. So Chance goes to let them back in, and then he realizes the side gate was not latched correctly. And then he hears a car wheel screeching, right? And then Montana, our like little white dog, comes, and then Luna comes like hobbling, like looks like her legs hurt, like running, hobbling to the front door, right? Mind you, these dogs are, one's probably 20 pounds, the other one's 30.
Oh.
They're little, Australian?
Yeah, they're like little mini Australian poodle mix, shepherd poodle mix. So, and by the way, Travis and I are
waiting to be picked up at the mansion.
Packing. I have no idea anything is going on. So Luna gets inside the house. I don't think Chance kind of realized what happened. And then but Luna kind of looks like it hurt his leg or something. So then he's like having kind of hobbling as he's running. So then he rolls over and there's like blood on his stomach. And Chance is like, holy God. He's 16 and he was panicked. He was like, oh my gosh, I think Luna got hit by a car. Mm-hmm. And Luna was like, every time he would touch her, she would like scream, like she was in a lot of pain. So thank God we have a 99-year-old man that lives in our guest house. Like, I literally went over yesterday and I was like, Ron, like, you're baby Jesus to me right now. So Chance is like panicked, and then he can't pick Luna up without her like freaking out and screaming. So he goes over to Ron because Ron's just pulling in because Ron has a guest over. Ron is having a guest fly in from Australia that day. And he goes over to Ron and he tells Ron that like Luna's been hit by a car. Will he please go with him to the dog hospital? And Ron drops everything, goes with anyways. And I'm like, thank you, Ron, because that's got to be terrifying for a kid. So then Travis and I jump in an Uber, go home, get in the car, and then go to Trey and I are going to get my dog from the hospital right after this. And it was a horrible day. It was a horrible, horrible, horrible day.
But Luna's going to live.
No, she has like a few broken ribs, and she's very bruised. And I guess the car must have just like stopped and hit her like when it stopped or something. But I'm like, oh my Lord. But if it was my little bitty dog,
wouldn't have made it.
No, there's no way.
All right, we got to take a break real quick. We'll be right back. Well, thank goodness she's alive.
So we were there. So we went to this dog hospital yesterday because City Vet was like, we can't handle this. Like, you need to take her somewhere else. So we took her to this other like emergency care dog hospital. And by the way, when people have something bad happen to their dogs, I was like, how do they it's like $3,500 like this tab. And I'm it's expensive. And I'm just like, man, if you're like struggling to put food on your table and then this happens, like it's. So I have to pick her up today, but we had her stay overnight because she was Travis at one point was like, oh, well, because we hadn't seen her. Like, we had no idea. But Chance drove Ron home, and Chance was kind of holding it together. And then when he came back, he like his eyes were just like bright red. Like you could tell he bawled the whole way back. I think it just kind of all hit him, and I feel like he felt really guilty, even though he shouldn't have, because it's not his fault. And then so they were like, well, kind of going over like all the financial stuff, and then they were like, the doctor was like, well, maybe we keep her a night or two, and then Travis was like, well, I mean, is anything, like, is she okay? Like, is it, like, and she was like, no, she's fine, but she's just in, a lot of pain. So maybe we keep her and kind of manage her pain. And Travis was like, well, I don't know. Let's, maybe we'll take her home. And then whenever we went back there, Travis was like, oh, hell no. There's no way Stephanie's going to be able to handle this. We'll keep her until tomorrow, because she was like whining, like she was in so much pain, and she was on some heavy pain medication. And every time we touched her, like she would just scream. I was like, there's no way I can handle this. It was horrible.
And so is the other dog like traumatized now?
The other dog's like, I mean, I let the other dog out to the bathroom, and it was like, hey, I'm not leaving this house. No way. Yeah, I feel like the other dog's very traumatized. I'm like, oh my gosh.
That won't happen twice.
No, it was, yeah. So anyway, but I have a whole bed, and that was our actual anniversary.
Wow.
I said, happy anniversary. I'm so grateful that our dog is good. Like, he's good. She's going to be fine. But it was horrible.
Well, big props to Travis for such a thoughtful anniversary. Did you get a gift? For the big 1-8?
You know what? I did. He like bought me stuff to go to the Derby, like all my dresses.
Oh,
and
nice.
Stuff. So I already knew what I was getting, because I had to have 2 dresses and a hat. Yeah. I was like, so for our anniversary, can you please buy me all this stuff? So yes, so that is, so I'm Kentucky Derby ready. Yes.
Wow.
But yeah, that was
weekend.
my day. Yeah, it was crazy. That was our weekend. And then I called Trey, and I was like, hey, so what are you doing tomorrow? And then, cause Travis is gone, he had to fly out at 7 a.m. this morning. And he said, so, could you please, follow me to the doggy hospital and help me get Luna? Cause I couldn't even touch her yesterday without her having a nervous breakdown. And I'm very concerned about this being a one-woman job. And then he said, you know what? I have a 10:30, but I'm going to cancel it to help you. And
Isn't
I said,
that nice?
Thank God I have such a good friend. You are such a good friend. I was
don't I know it?
Well, help me. Yes. Yeah. Lord. But that's our day. It's the most traumatic. So we were there for like 5 hours in that little animal hospital. It was crazy. But they're great. They were great. They were great. And I feel like she's going to be good. I called last night and checked on her, and I think she was doing better, because the nurse who was on to take care of her last night said that I think the pain medicine's working and she's doing a little better. She said, because she immediately saw me and tried her best to roll over and get a belly rub, and then she realized that her ribs were broken and she couldn't. So. And they don't do it. They can't do anything for ribs.
Yeah,
I think it's like humans. Like they said she's going to be like a couch potato for 2 weeks. Oh. And I said, you don't know this dog. She's a crackhead. There's no way. Like, I can't imagine.
Wow,
like, she
I don't know.
Yeah, like she is not sitting still.
So is she bandaged? Is she wearing like a full body cast? What's going to be the situation?
I mean, yesterday, no, she was just like, they had a little blanket around her. And I mean, but she could not move. I mean, she was in a lot of pain. Oh. Like, she was in a lot of pain. I mean... So
where was the blood coming from?
Her, like, so she had a lot of, I think it was more
like road rash?
Road rash on her belly.
Oh.
So, yeah. So we'll see. It was, and then she has like a little red, like, blood spot in her eye, I'm sure from getting hit. Whenever.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyways, that's my day. It was horrible. It was horrible.
Well.
But
maybe they learned a lesson to not leave the house.
And we went over as a family and told Ron thank you, because I don't think, Chance said Ron was so, and I said, well, he has lived a long life. He has a lot of life experience. But Chance said he was so calm, and I think that, I think I would have been the worst out of the family. Like, if everyone was gone and it was me, oh Lord.
Well, thank goodness you have Ron.
Yeah, so, but Chance said he was so calm, and he held him, and then Ron said, they finally have become good dogs, and then... I was like, what in the world? But it's kind of true.
It's like, it worked.
Yeah. He was like, they finally became good citizens, because they were horrible when they were young. Oh my gosh.
I feel like you've had some terrible dog situations. Didn't one of your dogs? No, yeah, like pass in the pool.
Yeah, well, whenever Travis and I met, our dogs were old. Like we met where both of our dogs were like 15 years plus.
Mm-hmm.
So when our kids were little, like they were dropping like flight. It was horrible. Like we lost 3 dogs within.
You called me, like right when we first met, you called me and you're like, hey, come over, I need you to fish my dog out. I said, what? And you said, never mind, just distract the kids. I said, huh?
Yeah.
Mind you, I met her like a week ago.
Yeah. No, I was like, hey, like I've got to get them to school. I did not want them to see our Labrador floating in the pool, but I think it was like had arthritis.
Weightless?
Like I think it made it feel weightless, and he got in there to feel better, and then
couldn't get out.
No, I just think that's how he. Like our other dog, we had a Great Dane, and it kind of did the same. Did not the pool, but it would kind of like there was one day I had to like get like a whole loaf of bread to fish it out because it went in like it was like a pond or something, and I feel like it just feels better on their joints or something.
Didn't your pug go the same way?
Huh?
Didn't your pug go the same way too?
No, no, I think, well, our one dog we had to put down because it was just the humane thing to do. And then the pug, I think it just passed. But it was horrible. That dog I was worried about my child, like Cruz, not Chance, because Chance was sad. And then Cruz was like Olive, 4 years old, and was really into like how great heaven is. And I was like, oh, Pug, I called her Pugalicious. Pugalicious died, and Chance was crying, and then Cruz was like so happy. And I said, what in the world? And he said, oh my gosh, she's in heaven. That's amazing. And I said, well, I hope you are a little sad when I go. My gosh. But all he knew is heaven was like the best place ever. And I was like, well, like at least he's not traumatized. And then, poor Chance.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But
what
that
a
was
weekend.
our weekend. Yeah. So after this, we're going to go I have to remind me to call and tell them we're on our way so I can do
Luna
discharge papers. But yeah, it's been quite the weekend. I'll never forget it. A weekend I will never forget. So, and
well,
now
on that note,
I have to go home and pack because I really didn't get a lot done this weekend. I was going to pack on Sunday, and then, that happened. And I've got to be out of my house in 8 days. Oh, gosh. So on that note, thank you guys for listening and supporting. You can follow me at Steph Holman on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
You can follow me at Trey_Stewart. You can follow our podcast at BS the Podcast, and you can watch us on YouTube at Weekly Dose of BS. Bye.
Yay Media Group.